Time our duration. Clock is ticking. Each card is going to represent 20. Very good. Next card, 20 again. Dang, man, my legs are lit. Another 20. Oh, man, what a good pump. We're only 2 minutes into this. Oh man, that's a good pump. 2 minutes and 48 seconds. That's great. Lit. P8 going to the park later. Get some pull-ups in. Heck yeah, man. It's always a good day to get some pull-ups in. Next, 20 on deck. Sandy Ford, you're out of here. Have a good one. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, the cards are just in to count our sets. We're gonna go, probably only gonna do, I don't know, we'll see. We're not gonna make any reservations. Another card, another 20. Back to the formula. What formula would that be? 4 on deck, we're doing 20. Do I get bored with push-ups and pull-ups? No, man, I love this stuff. I change it up. I change it just slightly every 30 days. So I stay in a state of constant muscle confusion. That's where you make the most gains. When you're always in a state of muscle confusion, in my opinion. 20 on deck. If you hear a clicking sound, it's this tendon moving over something or other. That's the injury that happened when I hurt myself in prison, where I couldn't walk for a year and a half. You'll hear that from time to time. It gets tight. 20 on deck. Right there, did you hear it? Feeling lit. 20 on deck. We got 222 people in the chat. Hit that like button, guys. Appreciate you supporting these free workouts. 20 on deck. Dillinger says, I can't find it in me to get motivated again. I went hard at working out for 6 years and was a monster. Now I feel I'm just old and have lost all testosterone somehow. What do I need to do? Dillinger, Dill, what's up? Well, first off, you got to make sure your eating habits are clean and your body has what it needs to produce good testosterone, right? I'm utilizing all sorts of things, all sorts of methods. I got this, I got this red light bulb I shine on my junk, right? That's a method to stimulate natural testosterone. To increase your sperm count, you shine a little red light on your junk for 10 minutes a day, your testosterone goes up. There's a lot of little tricks and tips all over the place, you know? $20 on deck. You gotta eat right first. right? You gotta get rid of all the sugars and whatnot. Yeah, didn't you know red light therapy increases testosterone? You didn't know that? Yeah, welcome to the chat. Look at this, freaking getting jacked over here. I'm also taking vitamin D3, magnesium, zinc, creatine, MSM. I'm doing all that. Yeah, I fast. I fast on the weekends. You know, I increase my natural growth hormone secretion. I mean, I do it all, man. I just ain't out here working out. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Yeah, that vitamin D is the best. If you just look up what is the #1 supplement that naturally increases your testosterone, it's vitamin D. That's what it is. Vitamin D, zinc, and magnesium. Yep. Yeah, you guys are buying all these extra supplements when if you just look it up, it's just vitamin D. Right? And it's cheap. Vitamin D is cheap. 5, we're doing 20. Yeah, stay sucker free. P8 knows. Haha, you guys got some jokes. I like it. Keep them clean though. There we go. Stay sucker free. Yeah. Make sure you take the vitamin D3, magnesium, and zinc, and the creatine, and the MSM. You gotta take all of them. You do. You feel like a new man in like 2 months, right? Just start taking it with consistency. In about like 2 months, man, I feel amazing. Here we go. Gotta drink a lot of water, exactly. Stay hydrated. Yeah, I'll keep saying it too. Vitamin D3, magnesium, zinc, creatine, and MSM. Here we go. Another king on deck. We're doing 20. No, I just get the powdered MSM and I take it by the scoop. Yeah, don't forget. I mean, I do a lot of stuff here to stay fit. I mean, the fasting increases my growth hormone secretion on the weekends, and that's been a huge benefit. You know, like today, right now, this is a fasted workout. I will not be eating food until at least noon, and then I'll give myself a cutoff point. I will not eat any food past 8 p.m. From noon to 8, I'll eat. Hey, also, you can't, get some Epsom salt. Get some Epsom salt. Take an Epsom salt bath. It's awesome. Epsom salt baths are great. I also like turmeric and ginger. These are natural anti-inflammatory things. We want to kind of stay as anti-inflammatory with our diet as possible. 20 on deck. And take your shoes off. Walk around in the grass for like 20 minutes. You gotta ground your body, guys. You gotta do a little bit of grounding as well. It's good for you. Do you not have cravings? Yeah, man, of course I got cravings. I want to eat everything. But a little bit of discipline ain't gonna kill you. It's gonna make you stronger, more finesse. You know what I mean? How do I get a six-pack? I don't know. I don't have one. Here we go. I don't do any sit-ups. Grounding is fantastic, absolutely. 20 on deck. Do I sweat? Sure, I'll sweat. But the better you eat and the more you work out, the less your body sweats, I guess. That's my opinion. You know, the more junk you eat, the more I sweat. I noticed when I used to eat a lot of those ramen soups, you know, I used to sweat out the salt packets. You know, they'd stain my clothes. Disgusting. Let's see. Yeah. So the best anti-inflammatory, in my opinion, is just regular old turmeric. Turmeric and ginger, that combination is fantastic. Well, fasting is great. I can't recommend fasting for anybody because I'm not a doctor, right? Is that how that works? I can't recommend nothing. I'm just telling you guys what I take for myself. There we go. But I'm 43 years young, and I wish I would have discovered it sooner. It's like the fountain of youth. $20 on deck. Yeah. Well, I used to fast 3 days a week. 3 days a month. Now I'm fasting every day. I don't eat on the weekends, and then I intermittent fast during the week, doing an 8 hours I'm eating. You know, from 12 to 8. Yeah, discovered you a few weeks ago, and it really kind of opened my mind. Thanks for all the tips and suggestions, buddy. Hey, anytime, ML. Yep, take it and run, right? Do I still train when fasting? Yes, but only once a day instead of twice. Yeah, so at noon, like today, noon, I will have a dozen eggs made up for me, and I'll snack on those dozen eggs all the way to dinner, right? And I usually try to take a quick cat nap immediately after the first workout to stimulate a growth hormone spike. Growth hormone secretion spike, right? You got a biohack. Here we go, right? Because I'm getting an extra one, right? So I'm getting an extra growth hormone spike by taking a cat nap after my workout. And legs being the biggest muscles of your body, naturally, right? They're gonna naturally secrete, stimulate more testosterone growth just from the workout, right? So doing a leg workout will overall benefit the body, you know. I'm not even counting my reps anymore. That was about 20, right? Yeah, well, just look up the benefits to fasting yourself, guys. From my understanding is, it's like a good reset for the body, hit that reset button, get everything back on track. When I first started fasting, it's because I had an injury and I was looking to get the maximum anti-inflammation out of my body. And to do that, I had a fast to reduce the inflammation in my body from my injury. Right? So that was the original reason for me fasting. Later, I found out that it stimulates a growth hormone spike by fasting by like 500%. And I'm getting that spike every weekend, an extra 500% growth hormone spike. It's fantastic. I'm feeling more jacked. 20 on deck. Right, I don't need anything on the weekends. I just have my cup of coffee. And I'll still take my creatine. Yep. It stimulates the growth hormone by 500%. The secretion, and we get some spikes. No, I'm stimulating my own growth hormone secretion. I'm forcing my body to secrete growth hormone naturally with my eating habits, the fasting, 20 on deck, of course. You haven't noticed any muscle loss, and I'll know I've been increasing my muscle mass every time I do this. My muscle mass increases. And I videotape every workout, so the proof is out there, It works. Every time I fast, I get more and more jacked. 100%, What does D3 do? It increases your testosterone. Vitamin D3 increases your testosterone, especially mixed with magnesium and zinc. Yeah. So we got to do that. Hey, well, shout out to London. What would be an unhealthy snack you might eat? An unhealthy snack? Man, I'll eat anything, man. I ate a whole tray of brownies on July 4th. Like, I ate like a dozen of them. They were delicious. Here we go, 20 on deck. I'll do it again, too. But that ain't on the regular though, Let's see, come Thanksgiving, I'm gonna eat. I'll eat like a whole pie to myself. Yeah, like a pumpkin pie. Here we go. 6 on deck, we'll do 20. Because I love pumpkin pie. That's why. I knew this one dude, right? he was always fat and skinny, fat and skinny. He's like, hey man, I'm like, dude, every time I see you, you're like either fat or skinny. And he's like, yeah, I just do it just to show people how easy it is to lose the weight. I'm like, that's a good one, right? That was Frenchie. We called him Frenchie. I don't know if that was his name or not. But he was a pretty wild dude. Met him in the prison system. Frenchie was that dude who got transferred to the other side of the prison, right? Where they didn't have any weights. And then all he did was burpees. And then when he got transferred back to the other side of the prison, we got him on the bench and he was doing 405. We're like, how are you so strong? All you did was burpees and Navy SEALs, over and over again. He was just that strong. We put him on the bench and he did 405. It was amazing. Yeah. Here we go. 20 on deck. Any way to stop cravings? Well, I think better options, right? If you have a game plan, like you just say, all right, it's 8 o'clock at night. I'm not allowed to eat until noon tomorrow, right? As long as you have a game plan and you're just not winging it, yeah, you just can't wing a diet. 20 on deck, you gotta give yourself boundaries. But coffee is an it suppresses your appetite. Coffee will do that. I'm sure there's other things. But the best thing you can do is stay busy or just go to bed. A lot of people are only eating because they're up past their bedtime watching TV, so they're snacking. I mean, you just go rest your neck, get some rest. I was pretty hungry last night, and I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, man, I just need to go to bed. Sauerkraut, man, I love sauerkraut. I can eat some sauerkraut this morning, right? I'll have some sauerkraut with my eggs. It's delicious. Here we go, 20 on deck. Another 20, of course, and we're at the halfway point. That's that 500 reps we've done so far. Let's get this 20 in. Oh, man. Feeling good. Make sure you hydrate, right? Halfway. Let's see. Let's evaluate how we feel. Feel pretty good. Yeah, I'm just going to continue with it. Cornbread today. What? Man, that sounds good too. sauerkrauts for sure, though. We're gonna eat some more sauerkraut. Hey guys, welcome. You know what? I'm rethinking this. Nope. I'm gonna take it easy. And this halfway point, I'm gonna call that good. That's the workout. Yeah, I'm rethinking it. Just because I'm feeling good now, I have to remember that I wasn't feeling good yesterday with my ankle. I don't want to push it. A lot of times during your workout, you won't recognize the pain until the workout's over with. So I'm going to take it cautiously. You know, I work out 2 times a day. We'll still do like 1,000 push-ups this evening, 5 p.m. If you'd like to do 1,000 push-ups with me, we'll do that. Hey, Allison.